I'm Magdalena van Batavia. I was born a slave, my life shaped by chains I never chose. My story is one of resilience, of trying to carve a future out of a system that denied us freedom. My origins are unclear in South African historical records, but it can be safely presumed that I might have been born in Batavia, currently known as Indonesia. I may have been of Indonesian descent. Like others, I toiled under harsh conditions, my labor enriching those who claimed ownership of me. Yet, in the midst of this, I found moments of strength. As a woman enslaved, my life was not my own. I was valued for my labor but often overlooked as a person. Despite this, I held on to something more powerful than my circumstances, a fierce determination to create a better life for my children, Mengiz and Elizabeth. My daughters were born into the same system that bound me, and their future seemed predestined to follow mine. But I refused to accept that. I began saving every small amount I could, collecting coins over the years. Every piece of silver represented a glimmer of hope, a step toward freedom, not for me, but for them. In 1740, my years of quiet resistance culminated in a moment of action. I stood before witnesses and handed over the money to buy my daughter's freedom. The scribe asked for my mark, and I drew a cross. "This is the mark of Magdalena van Batavia," he said. It wasn't much, a simple mark for a woman whose name carried no weight in the eyes of the law. But to me, it was everything. The document that I signed to purchase the freedom of my daughters, Mengiz and Elizabeth, was a manumission purchase document or freedom purchase agreement. These types of documents were legal records that formalized the transaction in which an enslaved person or their representative bought their freedom or that of others. In my case, the document was a significant legal step, but it was not sufficient on its own to ensure formal freedom under the colonial system. The purchase document stated that Mengiz and Elizabeth were now free. Yet, I knew the journey wasn't over. Freedom required more than money, it needed the government's formal approval. To complete the process, a formal request for a liberty letter, vrybrief in Dutch, had to be submitted and approved by the government, which officially recognized the person's status as free. I intended to submit the necessary request, but my health failed me. Illness took hold, and before I could see the process through, I passed on. After my death, a petition was made on behalf of my daughters. It pleaded with the government to honor the purchase and confirm their freedom. What became of that request, I do not know. The records fall silent, leaving their fate unresolved. I like to believe that my efforts gave them a chance to step into the world as free women. My story is preserved in the records, a small fragment of South Africa's history, but it speaks to something larger, the resilience of enslaved women and the quiet power of love and sacrifice. A luta continua to democratic South Africa. Remember that even the smallest act of courage and love can leave a legacy that outlives you. No matter how heavy the burden, hope and determination can carve a path toward change. Keep moving forward. Your actions today could inspire generations to come.